Hello everyone, myself Dr. Deepika Brijpuria. Today we will see the topic Advanced Material, which is the unit number 4 under Material Chemistry. The objective of the lesson is to explain the terms polymer, monomer, polymerization, biodegradable polymers, in which we will see polylactic acid, polycaprolactone. What do you mean by polymer? A polymer is a large molecule or macromolecule composed of many repeated subunits. In Greek, poly means many, mer means part. That is many parts. The picture shows when n number of monomers combined together, n numbers of monomers combined together, they will form a polymer. Therefore, a monomer is a molecule that forms the basic unit for polymers, which are building blocks of protein. Polymerization. Polymerization is the process wherein alkene monomers are joined together into a long polymer chain. This is the example for the polymerization. Here we have taken the example of ethylene. When n numbers of ethylene are joined together, polymerization takes place and we will get polyethylene. Or we can say that monomers bind to another monomer to form repeating chain molecules through a process known as polymerization. Now we will see in detail biodegradable polymers. Today is the scenario of biodegradable polymer in the view of environmental concern. Biodegradable polymers are nothing but they are the special class of polymers that break down after its intended purpose by bacterial decomposition process to result in natural byproducts such as gases. Gases like CO2 and N2, water, biomass and inorganic salts. There are two types of biodegradable polymers. Synthetic biodegradable polymers and natural biodegradable polymers. Synthetic biodegradable polymers includes polyorthoesters, polyanhydrides, polyesteramides, polyamides, etc. Whereas natural biodegradable polymer includes chitosan, cellulose, starch, albumin, gelatin, etc. This is the process how we can extract the biodegradable polymers from plant. This is the plant source from where we can extract starch, cellulose, pectins and proteins. When this will combine with carbon sources, some isolation and purity takes place. With after adding of some water, fermentation will also takes place. We will get lactic acid. Then we will do microorganism fermentation. We will get PHA. PHA is nothing but polyhydroxyalkanoates. Then once this will be formed, we can use the pellets of polylactic acid and PHA to process and we will make some utility articles from that can be recycled and degraded in the form of CO2, water and biomass, and again the cycle will go on. That's why we call these polymers as biodegradable polymers. Now we will see one by one polylactic acid and polycaprolactam in details. Polylactic acid is a thermoplastic aliphatic polyester derived from renewable sources such as starch, sugarcane, corn, etc. Polylactic acid belongs to the family of aliphatic polyester, commonly made from alpha hydroxy acid. Polylactic acid is considered as biodegradable and as biocompatible. Biodegradable means adapted for short-term packaging, whereas biocompatible means it is used for biomedical applications such as implants, sutures, drug encapsulations, etc. PLA can be degraded by abiotic degradation. These are the pellets which is shown here are of polylactic acid. Synthesis of polylactic acid. This is the synthesis. The synthesis of polylactic acid can be achieved by two methods. This is both the method are condensation method. What do you mean by condensation? Condensation is the process in which a simpler byproduct is formed with the product. Here, the simpler byproduct is removed in the form of water. When lactic acid is condensed, we will get two types of low molecular weight prepolymers. Why two types of low molecular weight prepolymers? As you can see here, the molecular weight is 2000 to 10,000, whereas in this case it ranges from 1000 to 5000. So two types of prepolymers we are getting. From the first method, after the prepolymer, there is the chain coupling agent we are using, through which we will get high molecular weight polylactic acid, and the molecular weight will be ranged nearly 1 lakh. This is the one method. Second method, in which we will get the low molecular weight prepolymer in the range of 1000 to 5000. After preparation of this, depolymerization will take place and we will get a ring structure in the form of lactides. Then ring opening polymerization takes place and again we will get high molecular weight polylactic acid. These are the two ways to synthesize a polylactic acid. As I told earlier, polylactic acid is extracted from the plants. Here we are taken raw material as sugar cane. From sugar cane, extraction takes place and we will get sugar. Then fermentation is applied on sugar and we will get lactic acid. After lactic acid, ring formation will take place and we will get lactide. This is the second method which I had explained you earlier. After the lactides, we will get high molecular weight polylactic acid in the form of pellets as shown in the figure. And then these are some applications of polylactic acid. Now we will see one by one polylactic acid properties. Polylactic acid polymers range from amorphous glassy polymer to semi-crystalline and highly crystalline polymer with a glass transition ranges from 60 to 65 degrees Celsius. Now the point came, what do you mean by glass transition temperature? The glass transition temperature is that temperature below which the polymer is glassy, like a glass, and above which it will be the rubbery. Example, if we will keep a ball inside the fridge, for refrigeration, it will become a brittle, like a glassy. Then when we will take it out, it will become a rubbery. When it will come into the room temperature, it will become a rubbery. That stage is known as glass transition. The brittle state converts to the rubbery state. For PLA, the temperature is 60 to 65. It is resistant to moisture and grease. That's why PLA is used for packaging. Density ranges from 1.21 to 1.43 grams per centimeter cube. PLA is heat, oil, water, chlorine resistance. Because of this property, it has great importance in safely packaging food. Now you can see melting point is 177 to 180 degrees Celsius, means this is very good for disposable item also. We can use a hot item in this. It is thermoplastic in nature and can be processed into films or fibers. It is transparent in nature. It is optically active due to the chiral nature of lactic acid gives mixtures of D and L enantiomers. Now we will see the general applications of polylactic acid. It is used to prepare compost pack for packaging and disposable tablewares. Polylactic acid is being used as a replacement for nylon, which is a non-biodegradable polymer, in silken tea bags. Polylactic acid is used for the manufacturing credit card commonly made with polyvinyl chloride. It is widely used in packaging, board lamination, stationery and personal care items. It is also used in agricultural applications. The picture shows how the polylactic acid is used in agriculture. Medical application, which is very important application of PLA. It is used for wound management, orthopedic device, These are some orthopedic device shown in the picture. Dental application, cardiovascular application, intestinal application, drug delivery system, and the tissue engineering. Polycaprolactone. What do you mean by polycaprolactone? Polycaprolactone is a biodegradable thermoplastic polymer. Polycaprolactone is approved by the FDA for drug delivery system such as long-term implants and for tissue scaffold host system. PCL is prepared by ring opening polymerization of epsilon caprolactam using a catalyst such as stannous octanoate. This is the synthesis of PCL, that is polycaprolactone. This is the structure for epsilon caprolactam. When stannous catalyst is used in the presence of heat, the ring opening polymerization takes place and we will get polycaprolactone. Properties of polycaprolactone. Polycaprolactone is hydrophobic, that is water hating, semi-crystalline polymer. It has good elastomeric properties and high elongation. It is suitable. It is soluble in organic solvent. That's why it is hydrophobic. PCL is a biodegradable polyester with a TG. As I already explained, what do you mean by TG? That is a glass transition temperature of about -60 degrees Celsius, very low. It has a melting point around 56 to 64 degrees Celsius. Density is 1.145 gram per square centimeter cube. And the rate of decomposition of PCL depends upon, this is very important property of the PCL, that is, it depends upon the pH, temperature and the moisture for the decomposition. Now these are some general applications of PCL. PCL is also used for splinting modeling and as a feedstock for prototyping systems such as fused filament fabrication, 3D printers. Some of the examples are this. It is used for housing appliances. It is also used as polymeric plasticizer for polyvinyl chloride. It is also used for the manufacturing of polyurethane, which imparts good water, oil, solvent and chlorine resistant. There are two medical application of PCL, that is the tissue engineering and dental applications. Some of the pictures are shown here. Now, today in this topic, what we had seen, first, what do you mean by polymer? Polymerization, monomer. Then we had seen the two syntheses of polylactic acid and polycaprolactone in details, the properties and applications. Thank you.